There it is. Classic. Wonderful. Exciting. Yes. No.
I like him. I like him because he doesn't short no shrift off of them. They start talking in circles and he just pulls it right back down. Here's the law they broke. It's right here. You can pretend you don't see it, but it's already codified. It's in the books.
I think he's a douche. You can feel the cop on him, and he triggers my white knight instinct to save the hottest woman in Congress.
AOC.
But he'd probably good for his job.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's check out this. This is on TikTok. FYI, yes, I am on TikTok. My first channel was too hot. It got banned. So I am Midlife Bro Logic 2 nowadays, but you can follow me there. I don't really put up any content yet because I just get banned. But this is crazy. This is really like 80s cop. Let's check it out.
Hey, look, they gave me 5 minutes to say a few things. So if I offend anybody tonight, I don't give a shit. How many pounds of fentanyl didn't make in this country to kill Americans? How many known suspected terrorists didn't make it in the country? How many billions of dollars did the cartels make? President Trump is one badass president. He secured the border at the level we've never seen before. And I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that's been released into the United States under this administration. Don't get too comfortable. We're going to need some help. Do I have any volunteers that want to come back and help run the biggest deportation operation in the history of this nation? In January of 25, the greatest president of my lifetime walking back in the White House. He tells me we got, I say 120 days. He says, no, you got 60 to lock the border down. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I told the president. He comes back. I come back. We fix this shit.
Is it too much? Is it too much? Is he sucking up too hard to Trump? It's like, you already got the job, bro.
This is like wrestling. They've turned politics into WWE.
See, that's one thing I do agree with. I prefer my politics and politicians to be boring. This ain't it.
But any excitement? I mean, I'm still excited. The thing is, it's unprofessional. Just like Trump is unprofessional. Just like his jokes are unprofessional. But they're so exciting. What?
But you should not be excited about politics, bro. Politics is some of the most boring things to have ever taken place in the universe, and it runs all our lives. Exciting politics leads to war. Like, there is no other outcome.
I feel you. Well, I guess it's my guilty pleasure, though. I mean, it's just too much fun to watch.
It's everyone's guilty pleasure, but I agree. If I don't know, it's the wrong signal to me. It does make better content. I'll give it that.
That is one thing that's going to be easy for the next 4 years is the comedy's just going to write itself. You just quote Trump, and it's hilarious.
True.
Let's check this out. Apparently, Trump and Biden were at the White House today, so I want to see this. Let's see if I can share this somehow.
Reckon they'll ever get that diaper smell out of there?
This is. You ever have a job and you're replacing somebody, right? And then, like, sometimes you come in a little cocky and you look at them and you always look down at them, right? Like, maybe you look at them and you're like, I could do this job better than you, or like it happens, right? Or maybe if you're being replaced, someone cocky comes in and you can see how they're looking at you. You can see how they think they're going to do such a better job. You can see how they look down on everything you do. And this is what is on full display here. And keep in mind, Melania refused a meeting with Dr. Jill Biden, the first lady right now, which I find hilarious. But let's check this out. Here we go.
Rises among Donald Trump's latest picks to fill his cabinet, including Matt Gaetz, a fierce and loyal defender of Mr. Trump in Congress. Now his choice to become the next attorney general.
Oh, hold on. That's not it. Hold up. Where's the damn White House? Where is the damn White House? I want to find it. Come on. Let's look for this. Trump, Biden, White House. Here we go. This is crazy. Here we go. All right, let's get it.
President-elect and former President, and Donald, congratulations. And looking forward to having a, like we said, smooth transition. Whether we can make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we get a chance to talk about some of that today. So, welcome
Thank you.
back.
And, thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. And a transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
I mean, that's nice. Trump is showing a bit. He's kind of eloquent. And then look at this fire in the back. Is that a real fire? Is it someone's job to start the fire? What do you think of this fire?
That's a TV. I guarantee it.
I think it's a real fire, man. It's like the most impressive fire ever. It looks like a bunch of logs.
Trump was in office and someone was visiting him, it would be a real fire. But this is Biden, and that's a fucking TV.
That's a TV. It's got to be.
Look at it. Look at this. Let's do this.
President-elect.
Oh, yeah, that's a TV for sure.
Donald, congratulations. And looking forward to having
If it
And they've got
wasn't,
They've got the video footage for the fire rolling at like 2 times speed.
Accommodated, what you need.
yeah, if it wasn't a video, he would be smoking right now.
Thank you.
Dude, I really think that's a real fire, and it's like a crazy fire. It's like the kind where you just put the logs on. Maybe they're like fake logs, and then you put the lighter fluid on it because there's no tinder, there's no nothing underneath it. It's just logs ablaze.
I don't buy it.
You buy this fire. You don't buy it. It's gas.
I don't buy it.
think
It
it's gas,
might be
but-
ceramic. It could be gas, but still, if you were that close to a gas fire, homie
It'd be
would
hot
be
as shit.
smoking. It'd be hot as hell there, dude.
They would not be comfortable in those jackets.
Let's go one more time.
President-elect and former President, and Donald, congratulations. And looking forward to having a, like we said, smooth transition. Whether we can
You can,
make
like,
sure
see the
you're
frame of the
accommodated,
TV.
what you need. And we're gonna get a chance to talk
Right.
about some of that today. So, welcome
Thank you.
back.
And, thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. And a transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate it.
The little flame points never move.
Thank you all.
Dude, no, look, a little thing fell down. I think it's real. Look, there's an ember that fell. Look.
Dude, you don't think it fell in the video?
Watch, look, there it is. There it is.
Okay. All right. And when you lose that tooth, put it under your pillow and you $1.
Listen, what question are you guys asking these two? I mean, do you hear these questions? Listen.
Do you believe in the tooth fairy?
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Let's go.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Keep moving. Thank you. Thank you, press. Thanks, guys. Let's go.
Do you think Biden voted for Trump?
Maybe.
I mean, think the position he's in. Like he gets in there, he closes the little thing, and he turns around and looks down and goes. I hope he wins by 1 vote.
He's so mad. He's so mad, right? They threw him out. This was his legacy. Someone told me today I was talking to, they think that I don't believe this, but someone said that Biden was faking being like mentally ill and demented because as soon as he lost and accepted it, it's like his IQ went up 20 points. Like he became cognitively aware all of a sudden. It is insane. He made the best speech of his presidency when he conceded that Trump won. It's insane.
That's because he really wanted to say that one. I'm telling you, he voted for Trump. I bet he's been laughing ever since.
Let's hear this.
Thank you, Russ. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Russ. Thanks, guys. Let's go. Thank you, Russ. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Let's go.
Thanks for watching.
I don't want to be rushed out of there by a bunch of squeaky voice women,
Thank you,
right?
Russ.
Anyways, where is this? Shout out to Brandon Mitchell. I thought they were going to 25th him 2 years ago. They should do it right now. Of course, 25th Amendment is when they deem that the president is incapacitated and incapable of running the country. There is talk that the Dems want him to step down just so Kamala can be the first female, all the oppression points president. I want him to step down just because I think he's incapable. I want him to step down years ago. He should have never ran. He's incapable. And he's nuts. I'm shocked that he's still in there. It's insane. It's a disgrace to America. The last time we had something like this was Ronald Reagan. And we look back on that, and everyone will say, yeah, Nancy Reagan used to run the country.
Wait a minute. It was a disgrace that he ran for president against Trump?
Yes, because he's clearly demented.
No, he's not. He wasn't demented back then.
Yes, he was.
No, he
Bum,
wasn't.
bum, bum.
I need
Really,
to
dude?
Bro.
No, he wasn't.
When did he become demented? During the debate against Trump? Just immediately?
So what proof do you have that he was demented back then?
I'm a nurse, and I'm a healthcare professional, and my dad died of dementia. So my assessment skills.
Point
How's
to
that?
he had two debates. Point to where he was demented.
Dude, the way he has speeches, and he's like an angry.
You gotta be kidding.
Yeah, this is Cal. Do you know Calvin?
What state do you know, Calvin?
We're talking about 2020 when he first ran against Trump and he
Yes.
won against Trump.
You're gonna love this guy.
Bro.
All right, well, I gotta be Calvin. Don't go anywhere. I gotta go get a bowl of cereal. I'll be right back.
So,
Okay,
so
there it is.
what proof do you have that he was demented?
Again, I'm a nurse, RN, right?
Okay, so it was a disgrace. You said
My father died of dementia.
So you don't have any
I'm
proof.
I'm not a nurse right now, but I was a healthcare
don't have any
professional for
proof.
over 10 years,
Yeah.
including working at a
we
nursing
can
home.
clearly
And
Brother.
my assessment skills alone can
He's
see that
not
clearly
accepting
demented.
you as an authority. He has already bypassed you
No.
as having any personal knowledge that could possibly be useful in this circumstance. But go
So
ahead.
we can
Try to
definitely,
convince him.
everyone around the world could definitely agree that Biden, when he first debated Trump this time around, we could clearly see there was something cognitively off with him. But back in 2020, that was not the case.
Okay. Do we need to find Biden's dementia in 2020? I mean, bro.
Hold
you were
on,
calling,
dude.
you were calling dementia back for you still haven't proven dementia. You still haven't.
What are you talking about? Bro.
You were calling dementia Sleepy Joe back then, and you still
Yes.
haven't. You didn't prove it. You didn't prove it. You didn't prove it back then. You're the party of conspiracy. That's all you guys
It's
are.
a conspiracy that Joe Biden has dementia?
listen.
Bro.
Listen. I say you're the party of conspiracy. You have a conspiracy for everything. Everything is a conspiracy to you guys. There's not a day that you don't have.
Because the government does this wild crap, dude. Like, why does it do it?
I'm talking. So,
Look, do you know Dr. Todd Grande?
He lies.
Listen.
He lies as often and makes up things as often you guys cannot expect to believe every time something comes out of your mouth. You've been saying he had dementia back when he was running against it. That was never proven. So to say that was a disgraceful for him to run again in that condition, that's ludicrous. When you have your man on your side and he ran and he did all the mess that he did in 2020.
Bro, can I run this one by you, please, Barney, if I may?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have had every major news organization, every single 3-letter agency, and everything associated with the feds trying to pull up dirt on Donald Trump for 8 years straight. They have thrown every single name they could possibly throw at him, including the great and powerful Austrian painter. So if he was guilty of anything so much as stepping on a freaking rat in a subway, they would have found it and put it on the midnight on the nightly news every day for the past 8 years. And yet all we get out of that side is a handful of misdemeanors that they conflate into a felony that's probably going to end up being dismissed as is.
Yep.
So I'm a bit confused when you say all of the mess that he has done and don't bring receipts while demanding receipts from bro over here. When you say his nursing experience isn't enough, his experience with his demented father isn't enough, but you want proof from some other source somewhere else.
Because he's not, well, cause first of all, he's not really a credible source.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was a freaking RN for 10 years, bro.
So,
like, how's that not credible?
Okay, you because you say things that they're not credible. You say like things that are dishonest, not true.
There's a link in the back chat that shows credibility to it, though.
So, but to your point, you're saying that there was enough crimes proven against Trump, and that's just demonstrably false.
Whoa. We're all over the place. We're talking about Biden was clearly demented. Do you want me to talk about Trump? I mean, dude, Trump is a shyster, whatever, but he's our hero.
Criminal.
Maybe he's the only one who can get it done.
He's a criminal.
Listen, can we talk about you're the one that's saying Biden was not demented?
No, you called him disgraceful for running in his condition. That's why.
No, listen, no. Let me. You heard that wrong. I said it is disgraceful that he ran because he is clearly demented and old. His brain is mush, and he doesn't even know it. It's elder abuse. It's not his fault. It's not his fault because he thinks he is well.
If we're talking 2020, if we're talking 2021, that's incorrect. I disagree. I totally 1000% disagree.
Okay, well let's go down memory lane. I mean, I wanted to talk about the picks, but I always have to prove to Calvin. Let's check out how Corn Pop is doing. Let's go here instead. Here we go. Let's see about Corn Pop.
Give me a year. Give me a year.
This is 20. This is 5 years ago. Is that good enough for you?
2019, huh?
Is that good enough for you? Here we go. Tell me if this is the kind of guy you want running the president. Tell me running the country. Tell me if this is the kind of guy you want to go to 7-Eleven to get you the right kind of Slurpee. Tell me this is the guy you're going to let drive your car, change the oil, and fill her up. Bro, no way. No way. Let alone be in charge of the nuclear codes. Let's get to it. Here we go. This is the Corn Pop story. If you know it now, if you don't know now, you're going to know.
Employee here.
Hold on.
And I learned so much. I learned that folks that I work with, like Spencer Henry and Lafayette Jackson, and
let's find the Corn Pop part.
Jamie Rolls, a lot of great people.
Okay, look, it's so bad that someone put the timestamps down here.
Right? You gotta love trolls, baby. They're great.
His demented comments are all down here. Here we go. 2:33 begin.
Well, I didn't know any black people. No, I really didn't. You didn't know any white people either. That's the truth. So I wanted to work here. And there's my daughter Ashley. Come on up here, Ash. And so what I did was
this is the one he takes showers with.
And I applied to the city of Wilmington for a job, and I was the only white employee here. And I learned so much. I learned that folks that I work with, like Spencer Henry and Lafayette Jackson, and
hold on. Let's go to Corn Pop. Corn Pop. Here we go.
If you fell off sideways, you landed on the darn cement over there. And Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran.
I think you missed part of it.
I learned a lot, and I learned that it makes a difference. This was the diving board area, and I was one of the guards. And there was a 3-meter board. If you fell off sideways, you landed on the darn cement over there. And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys. And I did. And back in those days, to show how things have changed, one of the things you had to use, if you used pomade in your hair, you had to wear a bathing cap. And so he was up on the board.
He's like, what a boomer, first off, right? What a boomer. This is where it begins. What kind of a boomer is going to sit here and talk about pomade and think that people even know what that is, right? That's like a little dabble dia. No one knows what that is but people like me, right? Starting off with pomade. Okay, let's go.
Wouldn't listen to me. I said, hey, Esther, you, off the board, or I'll come up and drag you off. Well, he came off, and he said, I'll meet you outside. My car, these were all...
So this violent man threatens violence against Corn Pop because he has hair gel in and he won't wear a swimming cap. And this, are you still here, Calvin? Listen
And
to
this
this.
is the bad dude. Corn Pop's the bad dude.
Yes.
Did
Corn
he,
Pop is
did
bad
he,
guy.
Goes with
did he
bad
call
boys.
him Esther or did he call him Mister?
I think he called him Esther. Like he's so demented, he's all over the place. It's hard to
I
figure
know.
out what he calls him.
Well, Esther
Calvin, are you
is a-
still here?
I'm here.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for the signs of dementia that you're talking about.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Well, Esther is more. It was kind of a derogatory back in the day to say that
Was
to
it?
somebody.
Aside from the fact it's a woman's name?
Yeah,
Oh, is that why? I didn't know that.
yeah, you had to live back in the time to understand some of these.
No,
Esther was she was the wife on one of those sitcoms that was always nagging the guy. Anyway,
All right,
yeah,
let's
you get my
to this-
reference.
Let's get to this classic clip. Is this the kind of guy you want running the country? The guy who brags about beating people up for putting pomade in the pool?
Public housing behind us.
Definitely.
My car, there was a gate out here. I parked my car outside the gate. And he said, I'll be waiting for you. He was waiting for 3 guys in straight razors. Not a joke. There's a guy named Bill Wright, Mouse, the only white guy, and he did all the pools. He was the mechanic. And I said, what am I going to do? He said, come down here in the basement where mechanics, where all the pool filter is. You know, the chain, there used to be a chain that went across the deep end. And he cut off a 6-foot length of chain. He folded up. He said, you walk out with that chain. And you walk to the car and say, you may cut me, man, but I'm going to wrap this chain around your head.
Do you hear this?
That's a racial slur. The chain thing.
Is it?
Yeah.
What? Chain is not a racial slur, is it?
No, it's as a weapon.
No,
Oh
it's
my
just
God. Back
Chuck, you're
in-
taking too much
I'm
care.
aware. No,
No,
see, the thing is Chuck's referencing back to like the freaking civil rights era of like the big
Yes,
walks. And
yes,
stuff. Would gather up these freaking chains and go whip the living shit out of people out there protesting in the street. Not much of that film actually made it into the survival era. You can't show any of that on YouTube, so most people don't know about it, Chuck.
And the
You
reason
watched it
they
live.
used chains was, how did they keep slaves back in the day? With chains. That's the underlying tone of the chain thing.
Chuck, I think you have dementia now after hearing this, bro. I think he's just used it like
Oh, really?
double drag, like a karate movie, like like a 80s movie, like they have chains, like here the Warriors, Warriors.
Hey, you
like,
should make this
like
That
Mad
should be
Max.
the-
Back
Dude.
in the 60s, though.
You do
Yeah,
the corn
remember.
pop story.
Corn Pop, we're doing it right now. Here we go.
I said, you kidding me? He said, no, if you don't come back. And he was right. So I walked out with the chain. And I walked up to my car. And they had, those days, used to remember the straight razor. You'd bang them on the curb, get them rusty, put them in a rain barrel, get them rusty.
No, I don't remember that at all. What are you talking about? Bro, if you shave with a straight razor, you don't want it rusty. Why? Even if you're trying to attack someone, why would you want it rusty?
Because the rust would infect a person.
Tetanus.
You're a nurse.
Give a man tetanus.
Yes.
Bro, but if I'm trying to attack someone, I want the best, sharpest blade possible, right?
It will still be sharp, dude.
It will be
It
not
is a
be as
razor.
sharp. Let's go.
Not as sharp,
I
but
looked
it is
at him.
still a razor, brother.
But I was smart then. I said, first of all, I said, when I tell you get off the board, you get off the board, and I'll kick you out again. But I shouldn't have called you Esther Williams. I apologize for that.
I told you.
Is
I
that
told
slang?
you.
No, that's something. Okay, this is slang. Esther Williams.
Yes.
It's the aunt in Sanford and Son. She came over and nagged absolutely everybody.
Oh no!
Look,
Here it is. No, here it is.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. So it's an American swimmer and actress. I guess.
I mean, it's worse than I thought.
I guess it's like calling dudes Greg Louganis at the pool. Do you know who that is?
No.
Yep.
Greg Louganis was is.
Wait, hold on.
Mister?
Sasquatch, do you know who that is?
Isn't he the guy, the girl who transgendered into the other swimmers.
Damn it! I thought we found the first thing
That's not him. No, that's not him. That's not it. Enlighten us, please, midlife.
Greg Louganis was like this Olympic swimmer, diver, and no homo. He was very, divers.
Trouser trout.
Divers look good, right? So he was like an icon.
Wasn't he on a Wheaties box?
He went
Yep.
He's like an icon of physicality. He looks like Ricky Martin with abs. Good looking guy, right? Here for the ladies, this is for you. But this kind of comes with a strange story. There he is. He looks like Mario from Saved by the Bell. He was an Olympic diver, but this is back in the 80s. He hit his head and he was bleeding everywhere. And come to find out, he likes dudes, and he's got the HIV, and they sewed him up without gloves. This is like early 80s, and like it was a whole thing. He had to come out as like that. Does that make sense, everybody?
It does.
Yeah. It made a big story.
So if we were all at the pool, maybe I would jokingly refer to Flow State as Greg Louganis. Kind of like Esther Williams, maybe. I don't know. There's some kind of connection there, maybe, especially if you're wearing like Speedos. Anyways, let's get back to this. I hope Calvin is still here. Tell me if this is the kind of guy you want to run the country.
Apologize, but I didn't know that apology is going to work. He said, "You apologize to me?" I said, "I apologize for that, not for throwing you out, but I apologize for what I said." He said, "Okay," closed a straight razor, and my heart began to beat again.
Or a sign of dementia is when old dudes are like around kids or other people, and they start just telling inappropriate stories. That's funny, right, Base Chain?
After you sniff their hair, of course.
Yeah, after you sniff her hair. It's just. Are you there, Calvin?
Or telling a 10-year-old, I'm going to date you in 10 years. Yeah, that type of stuff.
Yeah, these are perfect examples of dementia. Thank you for including one.
Like Donald Trump did, right?
Did he say that?
Yes, Donald Trump did say that. Tell a 10-year-old I'm going to date you in 10 years.
Give me the clip.
Google it.
Bro, I'm too busy doing this. I'm too busy. Someone find the clip for me. Let's get to it. Look, Trump is not without his faults, right? But can we stick on this?
I told her 10 years old, I'm going to date you. I'm going to be dating. Wait, who did he say it to? Someone. I'll find the clip.
Okay, fine. Just find the name. And I'll do it. But let's get back to this Biden. This is clear dementia, right?
I came down here because I remember the first bumper sticker I saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about.
Let's fast forward. Here we go.
By the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. So it was trained and then watch the hair come back up again.
This is my
favorite.
favorite.
Look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap.
Oh, listen, Calvin, are you listening to this? This is when he calls your people roaches. Are you there, sir? Are you there?
No, you gotta replay.
Listen to this. He calls your people roaches. Here you go. This is your president.
In the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. So it was trained and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
What?
That's
no.
What?
Go back.
He calls them roaches.
Go back.
Sure.
Give me 20 seconds before.
I can listen to this all day.
And it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down. So it was trained and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids
Makes
jumping on my
no
lap.
sense.
I don't.
Makes no sense.
Bro, people who are well don't talk like that. You would never tell. I love kids jumping on my lap. They rub my legs. I learned about roaches, and I love it when they jump on my lap. Bro,
Let Flo
dementia.
try.
How
Let
much
Flo
more?
try.
What am I
Flo,
doing?
Are you done with your cereal yet?
Man, we were out of milk, so I hate peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, you poor bastard. Listen,
I
you've
needed
been
some
on
sugar.
YouTube for 2 weeks. Somebody give this man some money.
All right. I'm sitting here
Can't
eating
even
poverty
afford
food.
milk.
But no, seriously.
But you know what? Hold on. Thanks to Chuck. I made more money, or no, I made the same amount of money last OTW stream in like the half an hour I was up there as he did the entire 10 hours he streamed.
Yep.
I dropped the clip in the back.
Which was a beautiful thing to rub in his face.
Okay,
That's why I did it.
I'll play your clip, Calvin. But do you want to comment on this? You wanted evidence of dementia. This is 5 years old. I present to you an old man being inappropriate with children and not even realizing it in public. That's a clear sign of dementia. Is that evidence good enough for you?
No.
It's not.
No.
Okay, let's listen to more then. Yeah. So is it okay for old men to call kids roaches and say, I love children jumping on me? And I like them when they touch my legs and rub my hair? Gross.
No, I would need to see the entire.
That wasn't his leg.
You just saw the entire thing.
No, I tuned out. I wasn't even paying attention.
I'll watch the whole thing. Where do you want me to start? Where do you want me to start?
But he can't even hear it. It's not a noise to him. Like he doesn't register as actual speech.
Well, you say that as if Donald Trump doesn't have his episodes.
Listen,
well,
Donald Trump is bad, but we're talking about.
Yeah,
we're talking about
Biden.
Biden.
Biden without loving Trump.
You're talking about Biden as if Donald Trump does not have the same thing on his resume.
We're doing whataboutism now.
He doesn't.
Yeah,
but I'm not
whataboutism.
The problem is I'm not up here calling out Donald Trump. That's the problem.
You're trying to.
No,
every word.
I'm calling
You're
out.
Doing, you're doing whataboutism.
I'm calling him out. I'm calling you accountable. You can't sit up here and call the kiddo black when the pot is black as well.
Yeah, you can.
I can.
We absolutely
can.
And you call.
I reserve the right to hate both of them.
Call both of them that. Then call both of them that.
No, we're just doing Biden right now.
Yeah, why do I have to talk about both?
Well, you can talk about them, but it's not a problem to me. Because if it was a problem for you, then you would resolve it on your end.
I'm trying to. I'm trying. This is like the
show is already falling apart. He's trying to flip it.
The show's falling apart. I wanted to talk about the picks. Now we're talking about this. You know, and I love that you're here because it's great. It's like,
well, let's get back.
I do love that you love to argue and you're this and you're that. But it's like you say that this man doesn't have dementia. So it's like, prove to me he has dementia. I said, well, I was a nurse for over 10 years. My father died of dementia. I was also an EMT for like 5 years. I know a few things about dementia. That's not good enough for you. Fine. So I found the clip. And now when I found the clip, you're like, Trump is bad. So can you just address this? Does this sound, Corn Pop's a bad dude. Kids sit on my lap. They're also roaches. And I like it when they touch my legs. Bro, that's dementia. Yes or no?
What's the name of that video that you're playing?
Joe Biden, Corn Pop. I'll listen to the whole thing right now. Do you want to hear it? Let's do it.
I don't. I'll watch it on my own because I want to definitely see what you're talking about.
Oh my God!
You can hear it here.
My heart began to beat again. I came down here because I remember the first picture I saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway, proudly for your dad, first African American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again.
Kids,
I learned about roaches. I learned about kids.
What? He just called kids roaches.
No. Okay.
Calvin, we have a question from the chat for you. Why are you so emotionally connected to Joe critique?
Why am I? What's that? What's that?
Why are you emotionally connected to
Yeah.
criticism of Joe Biden?
What time is it? I'll highlight it. What time is it?
Criticism of Joe. I just unfair criticism of him.
Hold on, where to go? 29.
29.
Because I don't like unfair criticism, biased criticism. When Donald Trump is worse than him.
Oh, we're back to we're not talking about Donald Trump
I know you're not.
at the moment.
I know you're not. You never talk about him. That's the issue.
I do. What are you talking? I talk about him all the time.
That's the problem. You guys talk about these little you pick these little nitpicky stuff about personality or twisted. You're trying to twist his statements or whatever the case.
No, bro.
Oh
I'm not
my
twisting
God.
anything. I'm not even commenting. I'm just letting him talk.
Let
I'm
me
letting
finish.
him talk. Okay,
me
I'm sorry.
finish.
Yes.
Let me finish. You're
Yes, sir.
trying to pick apart these insignificant points of his character, right? When your side
Insignificant.
is just as worse. I mean, worse in the garbage. That's what I don't get.
Dude, I wouldn't trust somebody who talked about getting his leg hairs rubbed with a dog.
That
Okay,
wasn't
okay.
his leg.
Well, what about someone who tells a 10-year-old says after 10-year-old leave?
I'm
saying I'm
you know
gonna
what?
Provided receipts on that, but okay.
I'm not going to say any criticisms of Donald Trump at all this stream, just
Okay.
for you.
That's what.
Wow.
Although trust and believe, I have them.
That's
but
yeah.
none of them-
That's fine.
That's how you got off the.
This
That's
guy,
That's how you
Flo,
got the
really
strike.
like this guy.
That's fine.
Bro, look, I made a whole video. Let's watch one of my videos,
I'm sure
Calvin.
you did. Won't you play this video that I had?
I have a
back there?
3-part video series, but I have no criticisms tonight for our hero and savior, Donald Trump.
There you go. You're
Why don't
getting it, Flo.
Won't you play that video that I have back
See,
there?
Chuck, all you had to do was motivate me with spite to become a Trump supporter.
Absolutely. Listen, I'll play all the videos you guys want, no problem. But listen, this is one of my own. I made this video. Biden's falls, sniffs, creeps, sleeps, and gets lost supercut. This is all evidence of him having dementia, sir. I made it, and I put a funny little song on it. Let's have a listen. Let's enjoy this. You ready for it?
You can go ahead and play it.
Okay.
He ain't gonna listen.
Nobody's ready for it.
Look at this. He's eating children. He's a cannibal. Look at the kid crying. Look at the kid crying. Listen, hey, there's a lot of people in here. Give me some subs. Hit the subscribe button. Double tap the screen for the like. My name is Midlight Bro Logic. And that's what's up. Politics and trending topics. Please do subscribe. Does anyone else want to spruik their channel?
Do you want me to do it as Alex Jones, the Southern Baptist minister, or
Alex Jones. Alex Jones, you're
Not
100%.
Alex Jones. Do a different
You're the
one.
best. Do it.
Alex Jones? He's the owner. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to sub to Midlight Bro Logic. You need to do it immediately because it'll keep you healthy, wealthy, and wise. And that's all I'm going to do.
There it is. Wonderful. Did you want to talk about your channel or not? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm Caucasian Sasquatch. I do other things.
Not after
Drop-
tomorrow night.
Flow State, King of the White Panelverse. Go ahead.
I'm Flow State. I'm King of the White Panelverse. My channel is Flow State, and it's spelled just like this. You have to put that in the search bar, or else you're going to get videos about meditation, music, and shit like that. And I'm out of YouTube jail in 2 days, 1 or 2 days.
Awesome. I can't wait. Pero, you there, bro, or not?
I'm nobody.
You're nobody. All right. Well, drop your link if you want, homie. Listen. Let's watch this. This is the best one. This is the best one. Let's just fast forward to this. This is the most. Look at this. So he just gave this dude a job, promoted him something, and then he's like, "Bring the wife up here and watch this."
Is this the one he kisses or massages?
Everything. He might as well start finger banging her. Look at this. She looks like Sarah McLaughlin, for Christ's sake. He's so cut. He's so cut. This is horrible.
Where's the sniff? Got to be a sniff.
Dude, when I was a kid, there was this Skinamax movie. I think it had Shannon Tweed or Tweed. I don't know if you know who that is. I'm really showing my age. But there was this movie I saw back in the day. It was a Skinamax movie, right? And like this dude wanted a job, and for the promotion, he had to like give him a night with his wife. Like, bro, this is that vibe, bro. This is gross. This is sick. This is repulsive.
He's bringing back prima nocta.
There's self-defense moves. Here's Hillary Clinton. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Just go to the video section of Midlight Bro Logic. You can find it. All right, Calvin. You don't think he has dementia? That's fine. You want me to play something? No problem. Here we go. Let's check this out. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, put your eyeballs on it before you pop it up here, because it's terrifying.
Here we go. Here's Trump, a younger Trump.
Oh, okay.
You start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe
it? Yes.
Okay.
Perverted.
It's pretty bad.
Play it again. Can I get it in? Can I get
absolutely as many times as you want?
Yes.
Here we go.
A little stop.
Okay, you start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Look at Carpenter's Journey's response. He says, at least he meant it.
Okay.
Bro, that's gross. I mean, Calvin, it's gross. Like, if I had a daughter and he said it to my daughter, I'd be like,
it's totally appropriate. Like, sorry to cut you off, but we have to say that this is totally appropriate because it's Praise Donald Trump night.
Oh, well, there you go. The king of the white panel versus.
Can I point out everybody in that crowd laughed?
That's an uncomfortable laugh, bro. Let's hear that one more time.
An uncomfortable laugh. It wasn't good.
It's gross.
Okay, you start and I'm ready.
In the wake of questions and allegations about Donald Trump's behavior towards women, ET discovered this footage in our archive, which we provided to CBS News.
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
Jeez.
Okay.
Who's sexualizing children now?
It's pretty gross, man. It's pretty gross.
We're not happy about it. Be honest with you. Don't like it. Not a fan.
All that stuff that you were talking about Biden. That's you.
It has no bearing on anything I said about Biden.
And I got more. I got more.
Every word I said about Biden still applies. It changes nothing,
I
sir.
didn't never say that.
Bro, Biden is smelling children, eating their feet. Apparently, he took showers with his daughter. Bro, like, don't even make me get. Not to mention this. You know what Biden does with his son? He's like, "Hey, son, let's take pictures that are artistic, right? Let's take a nice artistic picture that shows how much you love me." And Hunter's like, "Okay, Daddy, should we go deep sea fishing? Should we take a picture in front of a big marlin? How about we go deer hunting and take a picture in front of that? How about we take a nice picture in front of the beach?" And Joe Biden's like, "No, why don't we take a tasteful art picture in black and white of us making out while you sit on my lap? Gross. This is real."
I'm gonna be.
This is real, bro. This is real. Like, you may be mad at your father. You may think he didn't give you the best life. But when you look at this, Dad, thank you for never suggesting that we take a family photo making out with me on your lap in black and white. Gross.
Do we need to bring
disgusting?
Foul. Do we need to bring up Trump's comment towards Ivanka? Do we need to bring up?
Can we bring up the Hunter Biden laptop? Because that could provide hours of entertainment on this platform.
What would the laptop have to do with any sexual perversions?
Did anybody else ever watch the video of Hunter Biden getting a foot job while he smoked crack?
Yes.
What does
I was
that?
just
What does
gonna
that have
say,
to
you
do with
didn't see
child
those
perversion?
pictures?
What does that have to do with sexual inappropriate behavior?
Oh, they're unrelated. I was just wondering.
Okay.
Do you acknowledge the existence of the Hunter Biden laptop?
Do you ignore? Were you aware of this video with this little him saying this thing to this little girl?
I wasn't.
Okay, that's I wonder why is it? Since you definitely concerned about candidates and inappropriate behavior with kids, why don't you know about this with Trump?
Because you never showed it to me.
Right? Oh, well,
Yeah,
maybe you didn't care about it. Maybe
This is the first time
maybe you didn't
I've
care about
ever
it.
seen you bring a receipt. So, I'm proud of you.
It's out
You
there.
get my vote,
It's
bro.
out there. It's out there if you want it, because you definitely concerned about politicians. Your side is definitely concerned about perversion.
You seem kind of concerned, bro.
Yo,
You okay?
you seem concerned. You seem concerned.
I never seen Calvin.
Yeah, this is my concerned face.
You seem concerned. I'm not up here trying to railroad and call Ryan every type of perverted thing. That's you.
I was just saying he's demented, dude. That he's not speaking clearly. And suddenly, as soon as he steps down, as soon as he's not on the ticket, he can suddenly string a sentence together and it's fine. I'm a little bit wary of this whole concept here. I mean, he did a damn good speech earlier. He spoke properly and everything was fine. That's the first time I've seen it happen since before the freaking debate.
Hold up. Kathy, you want to come up? Kathy's an ally. I think Calvin needs someone on his side.
I don't even. It's you. Well, you do what you.
Well, I feel like you're getting a little mad. Kathy is like, she thinks just like you, right? Do you want me to show the video of Trump dancing with Jeffrey Epstein? Because I will, Calvin. You want me to show that?
No, you can play the video with all the perverted stuff Trump said about his daughter. That's what you can do. Since you like showing clips of Biden and his son, won't you play all the perverted stuff about what Trump said to his daughter, since you like that type of play?
What did he say?
Oh, you don't
said
know.
She's beautiful.
You don't know. You don't know that. Oh, you didn't care to know that.
No, he said something. It was definitely sus.
Okay, it's okay.
It was definitely sus.
Bias is definitely in. That's why I don't trust.
I don't feel I'm biased. Look, I'll play it right now. Here it is. Found it. I'm aware of it. It's gross.
It's not. You don't have to play it. It's the fact that you're holding him trying to hold him accountable for the same things that your side is guilty of, and sometimes it's 10 times worse. That's the problem.
Listen, I said Biden has dementia. What's that got to do with Trump being a pervert? Nothing.
Yeah, it just became a Trump
related.
Man, like this has nothing to do with Biden.
Your side is 10,000 times worse. You guys are the right. Trump is tacky, criminal, all this, and you picking out this little piece of stuff over here. If you look at your side, you see a whole lot of worse stuff on your side. That's my problem with you guys.
Listen, here's what I say: Biden has dementia. He should step down right now because he's incapable of running the country. He showed signs of dementia prior to 2020, and it's a shame that he is our president right now. Kamala should step up right now. She should be our president right now until Trump comes in.
You have a president in the office who said that to a little girl. That's who you put in office.
It's a shame it's come to that. What do you want me to say? I'm embarrassed.
I have zero evidence of him eating children, though.
I'm embarrassed. What do you want me to say?
What do you say? You have zero evidence of him what?
Of Trump eating children. Well, I've seen Biden bite at least 3.
Listen, let's play this. Let's play this, Calvin. I want to be quote unquote fair and balanced, not like Fox News, but for real. Let's go.
Thank you, everyone. Donald Trump has every right to be proud of his daughter. Ivanka is a successful Ivy League educated businesswoman, author, and mother. She's now helping run his campaign and introduced her father at the Republican convention. Yet at times, his fatherly praise is downright cringeworthy, like on The View in 2006.
I said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
Listen, this sounds weird. It's cringy. I don't like it. But in his mind, that's how he compliments her. Different strokes for different folks, right? Right? That's his way. Let me translate that from Trump to normal. My daughter is a beautiful young lady. That's the translation. That's the translation.
Makes you nervous. What? You can't play it right. Makes you nervous. Yucky. Right?
What are you talking about? I just found it and played it. I'll play it.
I said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter.
I'll play whatever you want. I'm ready. Let's go.
Or perhaps I'd be
That's
dating
all right.
her. You know.
Stop it. Oh, it's so weird. Stop. You know what? You are sick.
Far from protecting his daughter from being talked about as a sex object, he has encouraged it multiple times. On Howard Stern's radio show in 2004 and then again in 2006.
By the way, your daughter, she's beautiful. Can I say this? A piece of ass. Yeah. She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous. She's tall. She's almost 6 feet tall.
In May, Ivanka.
Yeah, it's gross. I don't like that kind of talk. It's bizarre.
He's just being courteous of his audience. He knows that we appreciate it, and so he's being a good guy. What is wrong with that, Calvin?
Don't. Nothing.
That's what I thought.
Okay, let's get to it.
W. Trump.
Who described herself as a feminist while defending her.
I mean, no, this is odd. I hate to be such a Trump expert. That's Marla Maples. So this is her stepmom. I mean, maybe that's not odd. I don't know who these people are. Maybe they're Trumps too. I don't know. That's his second wife right there. Anyways, let's go. It's not her mom.
As a feminist while defending her father on CBS after a scathing New York Times article about his alleged negative treatment of women.
Is there unending commentary on the female form?
No. I've known my father obviously my whole life, and he has total respect for women.
Please welcome the lovely Ivanka Trump.
Still, even Ivanka seemed confused when talk show host Wendy Williams asked about things the two have in common.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Where are you at, Calvin?
Radio silence. I'm just laughing.
It's gross, man. It's gross.
It's gross. Nobody likes it.
Calvin, what do you have to say about Joe Biden? We have to be balanced.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I have nothing. I'm not the one bringing.
And I gotta go.
Hey, Para, thank you so much for pulling up. Bro, newsflash, I'm going to do new content every day at 9 p.m., so come here at 9 p.m. It may be live or it may be pre-recorded. Either way, thank you so much for showing up, Para.
Will do. Be blessed.
Be blessed indeed, always. All right. Yeah, it's gross, bro. It's gross, you know. It's strange.
It's gross over there. So, yeah, so when you try to condemn someone, be careful.
I'm not condemning someone. I'm assessing someone medically. Hey, Joe Biden has signs of dementia. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Well, I don't know what the problem is, and I've showed you evidence, and I've told you, you know, my experience, which is a little bit of something. I would hope.
And you know what dementia sometimes it takes a while, right? You can
yes,
early.
Yes, it definitely takes a while.
His has been progressing for a minute.
Okay, you won't hear any opposition from me about him having some type of mental decline. What that is, I don't know. I'm just saying the person that was 4 years ago was a lot more stable than the person that was.
Oh, his shit started in like 2016.
Listen, yes, Calvin. Okay. It's progressive degeneration or whatever the word is I'm looking for. Of course, it gets worse over time. Okay. Dementia, usually when you get diagnosed, you die within 10 years. That's the thing. That's how it is typically. Yes, 4 years ago, of course he was better, but there were still clear signs. Corn pop, kids are roaches, bro. Okay. Sniffing people and grabbing them. It's gross.
It is my position that him and that current state was better than that option, Donald Trump, at that point in time. I would vote for him 20 times over Trump at that point in time.
And you probably did.
Yeah, did you vote for oh no, of course you voted for Kamala. I'm not even going to ask. It's crazy to vote for someone who you see has clear signs of dementia. Clear signs of cognitive decline.
And it's crazy for you to vote for someone who, after you see January 6th. I think that's crazy.
Oh, come on.
Hold on, bro. I got this one. Let me swing on this one, bro. So you're trying to convince me that American Revolution took place, an insurrection on January 6th that didn't involve any guns?
I didn't say an insurrection. I didn't say American Revolution. All I saw was violence. I saw people rioting, beating up cops.
But it's an American violence. It was American violence.
They weren't supposed to be there.
It didn't involve firearms.
They weren't supposed to be there.
And sure, they were. They were honeypotted.
And I saw a president sit in his office and did nothing to intervene.
He
It's no
literally
different than
said,
what Black
"Go
Lives
assemble
Matter did.
He did
peacefully."
nothing to intervene. That's subjective
Yes,
fact.
he
What did you
did.
want him to do? Go down there and start swinging on people?
He offered the National Guard. Nancy Pelosi turned it down.
You're
The
make
mayor of D.C. turned it down.
Hold up. Say that one more time, Chuck. Teach him something.
Before any event that day, prior to that day, he offered the National Guard to them. Nancy Pelosi turned it down, and the mayor of D.C. turned it down.
And my response to that, Chuck, in a court of law, when you're talking to when Donald Trump is answering for himself, he cannot divulge his action or his inactions
We're
to
not in a
someone
court of
else.
law.
Listen, let me talk.
Why?
Why?
We're not in a
Why
court
are
of
we
law.
pretending like we're in
No,
court?
listen. I'm talking to Donald Trump and his action. You're trying to pass his actions off to someone else. You can't do that. I'm not talking about that.
We're
I'm not
using his
listen.
action.
Listen.
Go ahead,
he
Pat.
do?
I'm not.
Hold on.
I'm not
Let
finished.
him finish. Let him finish. You are very courageous, Calvin. Keep going, my
When
dude.
I'm talking to Donald Trump and his actions, he cannot tell me or pass his inability to act on what was going on at the Capitol during that point in time to someone else. He's the president of the United States.
What was he
He is the
supposed to
president.
do?
He is the president of the United States. Like he said, he's the top official. Was the top cop, top whatever. When it comes to Biden and bereavement in Ukraine, he called himself the top cop, or I'll get the title. He said the
It's up
box
to
stop with him.
Congress to confront.
No. And in that instance, number one, it wasn't just Congress; it was his VP who had to be rushed to safety. So forget
You're
the Congress.
soapboxing.
Let me finish.
Yep.
I'm about to.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Let me. So aside from even the Congress or the Senate or whoever was there, his VP was there, and the national security was there with them. So it was. Forget them. He was owed to protect his VP. He did nothing in that regard.
He could do nothing. What was he
what
going to do?
What did he say? Hey,
rejected
Secret
from
Service. Did he tell the Secret Service don't protect Pence? Like, what is it? What are you talking about?
If it's your position that a president could not do anything at that point in time, then that's exactly why he
What
should never be.
specifically would you have recommended he do that was undone?
He could call. I bet you if Ivanka was in there, I bet you if his family was in there, he wouldn't.
Don't speculate at me. Now tell me what exactly you think he should have done.
He's the president of the United States. He has he can call on anybody.
You're asking something you're answering something I didn't ask you.
He could call on anybody and everybody.
He did. He called on the National Guard. He had him prepared, and then he called on the people
No, he didn't.
He was told not to.
That's a lie.
He's not actually in charge of providing security there.
Hold up.
Don't lie.
Let me side with Calvin. Calvin, I got to side with you. He should have made a video, bro. You guys need to calm down.
No,
but it's hard. It's hard to control. It's hard to control rioters when they're undercover FBI agents. Doing things. It's hard to control them when they're trying to disrupt you. When they're trying to make you look bad. Calvin, again, listen to me. I'm siding with you. He should have made a YouTube video. Lol. She should have gone live. Hey, calm down, people. You're right. He should have.
He did send tweets out telling people to go home.
Let's listen to this. Here we go.
It's up to Congress to confront this egregious assault on our democracy. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down. We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here, we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong. We have come to demand that Congress do the right thing and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will see whether Republicans stand strong for integrity of our elections. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will see whether Republicans stand strong for integrity of our elections, but whether or not they stand strong for our country. Our country. Our country has been under siege for a long time.
All right, so there it is. Said peacefully. You know, I think you should have done something, Calvin.
He said to cheer.
You
Yay.
did. I think, to Calvin's regard, I think you should have shown better leadership to somehow quell that, whatever you want to call it, insurrection, coup with no guns, or, you know, protest, or who knows, FBI undercover thing. It looks like I made someone upset, Cryptic Unicorn. Sorry, bro. But there were undercover agents riling them up.
I mean, even got one of them's name, bro. We actually got one on camera doing it, and they refused to charge homie. And when they did charge him, it was with like loitering or some stupid shit.
What was his name? Ray Epps. Ray Epps. It's funny how we both know the name. All right, but let's get to it. Calvin, you still there?
I'm here. I'm listening to the cop out. Cop out, please.
Bro, I sided with you. What do you want?
You did. To a degree, you did.
Okay.
If it was Biden, you would go in a lot harder.
So the thing about Biden is I can't even get mad at Biden because he's demented.
Okay.
He belongs in a nursing home.
Here's my thing. I'd rather have a demented person such as Biden than a sane or
really
a crazy person like Trump. I would rather have that type of dementia than January 6th.
Do you have Trump derangement syndrome, do you think?
Do you have border
be nice. Stop. Oh, stop. No, stop.
No, he can ask questions. I'll be fine. I'm just curious if he thinks he has it.
I hate crime. I hate criminals.
That wasn't the question though. So
that's that. I'm answering your question. If you show me crime, black, white, green, I hate crime.
I mean, bro, Biden is the
pull up a picture of Hunter Biden.
Biden is the leader of the crime family syndicate who's probably starting World War III. Like 1 million people died in Ukraine already because of him. There you go. Boom. How's that picture? Or do you like this picture?
Either one. What do you think about that guy?
Who? I have no feelings.
I thought you hated crime.
Yeah, I do.
He's a criminal.
Okay.
You have no feelings towards him.
He needs to be in jail for all the crimes he commit.
You just sound very indifferent to this.
He's not running for president.
He's got a good point, Flo. I mean, you know, I like to gang up on Calvin as much as I can, but
he's not.
He's got a point. He's a private citizen. Yeah, you know.
Now, can we show him a picture of Donald Trump?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I got plenty of pictures of Trump. Like
the heroic picture. You could hear Calvin growl.
What do you think? What do you think about this guy?
What I think about that person?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a crime boss. He needs need to be nowhere near the office of presidency.
He can't even talk straight.
Right. Barnabas, thank you. You're a nurse, right? What are the symptoms? What are the warning symptoms of how do you know if you got Trump derangement syndrome?
Emotional outburst, trouble maintaining friendships with people with different views, anger management issues, a detached sense of reality, delusions.
That sounds rough.
It is.
Are you getting worried, Calvin?
Not at all. I could care less if you call me.
That's
Trump.
also a symptom.
Care less.
Denial.
Denial.
I think the denial is
discognizance, dude. It's like full on discognizance. I like Calvin. Don't misunderstand, Calvin. I really like you. I do. You have the balls to sit here and talk directly with me while we're directly on opposite sides of a point, and even after you see direct evidence, you still stand on business. I've got respect for you, bro.
Facts. I mean, he's basically like he made the whole show. Calvin, this is for you.
I don't have a problem with evidence. I don't have a problem accepting the truth. I think it's your side that has a problem with it. It's not a negative truth that you can speak about Biden.
Right. So that's the third time I've heard the I'm rubber and you're glue argument. I just wanted to mention that.
There's not a
So
negative,
did I mention that I don't
there's
like
not
Trump?
a negative truth that you could speak on Biden, Kamala, or any Obama that I'm unable to accept. That's
What do you
not
think?
me.
What do you think about Bill Clinton?
That's y'all.
Do you like Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton?
They're cool people.
Do they hang out with cool people?
They're cool people. Those are the biggest criminals of all. It's right in your face. Everybody around them gets suicided.
I'm trying to trap him, Flo. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Listen.
Do they hang out with cool people?
I haven't been tracking them.
What do you think of that?
Okay.
Or that?
Okay.
Or this is my personal favorite. Trump grabbing Bill Clinton's junk. Very bizarre. I mean, he is a sexual deviant, right? The both of them.
Yeah, I have no debate on any of that. I'm sure Trump's a complete and total creep. I don't debate that point. I concede completely, Calvin. The issue is he's not a creep the way you say he is because CNN said so.
Creep.
I don't get it.
Creep. What do you mean by creep?
I mean, like grabbing Bill Clinton's penis. That's pretty creepy, bro.
That's creepy. That's sus as hell, bro.
So when
you say creep, I mean this.
Okay.
That right there is creepy.
Okay.
Look how happy he is.
The creepy part.
Let's just edit it out. So here's my thing.
Listen. This is why he's the first like LGBT pro president. He's like grab him by the coochie and grab him by the whatever you want to call that thing down there. Grab him by the sausage. There he goes. Showing it in action. All right. Anyways, let's should we learn about these picks? Anyone want to learn about these picks?
I'm still on bated breath over here, bro. We started out, it was right into Trump derangement syndrome, and it's fantastic. But there were some picks we were talking about.
Yeah. So we saw the border guy. Seems like an 80s tough guy cop. I'm excited, and I'll just leave it at that. Other than that, let's watch another video. Let's not read. Let's just watch something. Lester Holt. Here we go. Let's check them out. Let's share the screen. How do I do this? Here we go. Let's see who his picks are. They're all Zionists, right? This is my concern, Calvin. They're not all of them, but let's see. Let's see what he says.
The bracing winds of political change blowing across Washington today, where the president-elect met with President Biden at the White House, each man pledging a smooth transition. Within hours of that meeting came the news that Republicans will claim the final prize of last week's election, control of Congress, in addition to the presidency. Though votes are still being counted.
All right, let's hear this. Here we go.
Some raising eyebrows, including a Fox News host and former soldier to lead the Pentagon, and former Democratic Congresswoman turned Trump supporter Tulsi Gabbard as Director of National Intelligence. And late today, Matt Gaetz added to head the Department of Justice. It's where we start.
Do we like these picks? Did they just get hired on their looks alone? What do we think of this?
Maybe. I don't know. They are pretty hot.
Yeah, they're pretty attractive people here.
Listen, hold on. Here's the reason I support these picks. I actually want Tulsi Gabbard to be looking at my phone. Like, I want her to look at me. National intelligence, hell yeah. She's my personal FBI guy from this day forward. I'll be talking directly to Tulsi Gabbard every time I speak to my phone.
Of course, FBI stands for Female Body Inspector. So I don't know. In reverse, maybe. Let's listen to this. Let's see who these people are. Hold on.
President-elect Trump already claiming a clear mandate as he has pressed forward in laying out his cabinet choices in rapid-fire fashion. Some raising eyebrows, including a Fox News host and former soldier to lead the Pentagon and former Democratic.
This dude is an insane Zionist. I know a video we can watch about him. I mean, have you ever heard of this guy? I never heard of him before today, right?
All right. So Pete Hegseth. No, this is the first time I've heard of him.
Okay. Yeah, this dude's scary. This dude is nuts. I guess we can watch Judge Napolitano. You ever heard of that guy?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
He's an old Fox News guy. I guess they fired him for some reason or whatever.
Well, hell, he gets my vote. If Hegseth threw an axe at a drummer, I'm down.
This is too much. It's a 30-minute video. Let me see if I can cue this up. I'm listening.
Are you gonna also cover Vivek and Elon's as Department of what's that? Government Efficiency? DOG?
That's so funny to me. They named it Doge. They named it Doge. It's like Elon is over here at the head of Doge.
Is that like Doge?
Like Dogecoin, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, Dogecoin.
Nothing to do with it. It's just DOGE is the acronym of the agency that he's being gift wrapped.
Well, I can't find this video. I feel like such a dickhead. I feel like
that checks out.
I'm a horrible person. Okay, so Pete Hegseth. Okay, what do I think of this guy? I need to find a video to tell you. Tulsi Gabbard. We like Tulsi, right? Midlife Biological.
I really, really like Tulsi, like a little unreasonably.
Well, don't fall for the whoop-de-whoop. We like her because of what CCD says here. 3 tours in combat, 2 bronze stars. Really?
Right? Listen, when she tells you to sit up, you're going to, right? Right?
I thought you needed to be in combat to get a bronze star. Was she in combat?
I believe so.
Wait a minute.
And I would believe her if she told me anything.
I didn't know she had a bronze star. I can't look this up at the moment, but I mean, what do you think of her, Calvin? Wasn't she one of yours for a minute there? Is this a clear sign of Trump reaching across the aisle, helping out the Dems, working with the Dems?
No, Tulsi sold out.
What'd she sell out to?
She sold out her values.
What'd you sell out for?
Like, what do you mean?
I think what happened, she got of course she ran. Wasn't it that she didn't get picked, or well, maybe not, maybe she had good reason.
I know why she switched parties.
Because she didn't get, like, the Democrats kicked her to the curb or something, right?
No, sir. The reason she switched parties was because there was no nomination for Kamala. She was just placed. But and she said, that's the limit, and dipped.
But no, Tulsi had already gone before then. Tulsi was already on the right and doing stuff on the right before Kamala came along.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, she was sympathetic to the right-ish, like gun rights and stuff, certain things. But she was a proper, what do you call them, Dino? Democrat in name only? No, the other side.
Hey, Chuck, thanks for pulling up. Okay, so you don't like Tulsi. That's fine. Listen, I found a good clip. I found a good video of who this guy is, who this interesting dude is. And he's a bit of a fashion icon now. There's I've seen some videos out there. The ladies really like this guy because apparently he went swimming with Navy SEALs. Oh, let's just pull this picture up right off the bat, right? What's his name? Hegsworth. Swim. He kind of looks like Greg Louganis, Navy SEALs. Let's see if I can find this picture. Yeah. For my gay audience, or for the ladies, go ahead.
I think he his wife was a commentator, right? Head Smith, what's his name?
There he is. He's got muscles. He's got tattoos. He likes to swim in hoochie daddy shorts. He's got a look, veteran, real tough guy. So there you go. That's for the ladies. And let's get back on to this other interview. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to the scary stuff. This is, of course, Douglas McGregor. This is like my favorite dude. And this is Daniel Davis. These are all retired Army dudes. And check them out. They're totally awesome.
This came in with some very illuminating things. And I want to look at some of those comments that he made there. Some are hopeful, some are positive, and some less so. We'll take a look at it. First of all, he was asked, are you worried about nuclear war?
Are you concerned about...
Okay, so I don't know who this guy is. He looks like a Russian mobster. I don't know what show this is. Interesting look. Interesting dude. Interesting show.
He's one of the MMA guys, bro. He's one of the... I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's probably written there.
He's a fighter guy? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, he like manages fighters or something now. But yeah, he was a fighter once.
So Defense Secretary. Okay. Let's check this out. This guy's going to take over for Lloyd Austin, I guess? Does anyone know?
Oh, yeah. See, this shit just goes to prove that I'm right. All national politics is made for TV drama. It's anyways, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's get to it.
Nuclear war.
Are you scared about nuclear war?
Yes, in a general sense, I guess. I found overinflated from the beginning this idea that Vladimir Putin's attack on Ukraine was going to lead to nuclear war or war across the continent. I've always felt like it was from the beginning, like a couple days in, I'm like, this feels like a Putin's give me my shit back war. It kind of feels like I feel like you've been pushing pretty hard, and we used to have the former Soviet Union, and we were pretty proud of that. And Ukraine was a part of it, and all these other countries. Now I want my shit back. And I think I'm at the right time where I'm powerful enough to do it. And you're not quite on my border yet. And Biden's AWOL, so I'm going for it. And just like I did under my minor incursion under Obama, I got what I could. I got Crimea. Now I waited under Trump. Now I'm going to get my... And this idea that I hear all the time, and I have friends who would probably agree with us on most things. They're like, well, if you don't stop him in Ukraine, then he's going to go all the way to Poland. And he's going. I don't think he's... I mean, maybe in a perfect world where he had unlimited capabilities and he could crown himself king of Europe, he would. I think he's probably knows enough to know that it's probably not going much further than Ukraine.
Now, a couple of things really jumped out of there. I mean, the first one was alarming, where he said, yeah, I'm kind of worried about nuclear war. How does that strike you that the Secretary of Defense nominee is only sort of worried about nuclear war?
Let's go to the next clip where he talks. Here we go.
Inside the Pentagon war games. We know what our real capability. You see, we didn't even get to this part of the war on warriors. I mean, the military-industrial complex, the way we procure weapon systems. We're always... The way our system works, the way our bureaucratic system works, where the speed of weapons procurement works, we're always a decade behind in fighting the last war. Whereas China, we have what did Rumsfeld say? You go to the war, the army you have. We have the army. China's building an army specifically dedicated to defeating the United States of America. That is their strategic outset. Take hypersonic missiles. So if our whole power projection platform is aircraft carriers and the ability to project power that way strategically around the globe. And yeah, we have a nuclear triad and all of that, but a big part of it. And if 15 hypersonic missiles can take out our 10 aircraft carriers in the first 20 minutes of a conflict, what does that look like?
Now, you have been talking about the vulnerability of the aircraft carrier and how it's like the battleship of the age old that we haven't recognized yet. So you probably would agree with that part there. And certainly, I've talked about the imbalance in that part of the world. If we went over to fight China on their terms, in their front door over the issue of Taiwan, they have all the operational advantages. But if he's right on that, then that would portend a significant change of policy, especially if he's going to lead the Pentagon to where we have to have very different policies regarding China, and it can't continue to be hostile.
I mean, that's interesting. And let's see one more thing, what he says. What's he going to say about the Middle East, right? That's the thing.
Ricocheted around the world, intervening, think it was in our best interest when really we just overturned the table and created something worse in almost every single scenario, has led to the hubris of the Pentagon is that they want to now tell other countries how to do counterinsurgency based on what we did in Iraq and Afghanistan. Like, are you kidding me? So you really have learned.
I mean, the dude says some smart stuff as far as I'm concerned. Of course, I never served, but maybe aircraft carriers are a thing of the past. maybe they are like battleships at the turn of the century or something of that nature, and maybe they are just sitting ducks, which would be horrible for Americans.
What was the date on
what?
What was the date on his interview that his sit down?
This is November 7th, 2024. Apparently.
What's up, Kane's Catharsis? Welcome in, bud.
Yeah, what's up, Kane? But then here's where he goes completely off the rails. Anytime someone talks about Israel, they just go completely off the freaking rails. And here he goes, right? Here he goes. This is it. He's on Fox News. He's a Fox News dude. Let's go.
From 6 years ago, but here's something that he said regarding the Middle East from 4 years ago.
Sometimes you have moments, Stephen. I happen to believe that we can't kick the can down the road any longer in trying to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear bomb. They used the killing of Soleimani as an excuse to say, we're scrapping the Iran deal. We all know they were scrapping it anyway.
We can't
so
see
what
it, bro.
better time than now to say, we're starting to...
Damn it. Can you hear it?
Yeah, we could hear the whole thing, so just leave it right where it's at and pick it up.
Moment, Stephen.
Right there.
I happen to believe that we can't kick the can down the road any longer in trying to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear bomb. They used the killing of Soleimani as an excuse to say, we're scrapping the Iran deal. We all know they were scrapping it anyway. So what better time than now to say, we're starting the clock. You've got a week. You've got X amount of time before we start taking out your energy production facilities. We take out key infrastructure. We take out your missile sites. We take out nuclear development.
That is
we
not
take out
a popular idea.
capabilities. Or you know what? Take out a Quds headquarters while you're at it if you want. I understand that's not a popular idea.
But I understand. I've been hearing that we believe that the Iranians are hiding missiles and weapons in some of these cultural sites. Churches,
of course they do.
Mosques.
This is what Islamists do. Is what they've done on the battlefield against folks like me and my entire generation. Human shields, using mosques, using hospitals, schools. This is what our enemies do. Now that doesn't mean we go on and target cultural sites, but what it means is we are clear-eyed about how our enemies use the rules that we write against us, and if we want to defeat.
I mean, this dude is a complete psychopath. So this guy, I give a no. He wants to bomb Iran, take out nuclear sites, or take out this, or take out that. Like, why not just leave people alone? This is insane. This is bad news. This is what I fear the most in the Trump presidency. The thing I fear the most is escalation in the Middle East, in that little country where we do everything for them and they do nothing for us. And that's this guy at the helm. And plus, he's some kind of one of those weirdo Christian religion weirdos that wants to like start the end of the. I think they say it. Let me go back to it.
This is something. Having seen it, if we want to defeat them, we have to think smart about how these rules, how we navigate within these rules, without playing in a game that's rigged to help them, so that we can't win. If we're going to fight to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear bomb, this regime, then we need to rewrite the rules that are advantageous to us. I don't want to hit cultural sites on purpose, but if you're using one to harbor your most dangerous weapons, then that should be on the target list.
And the president did. Well, we can hope that 4 years ago
hardcore
that was his view, and maybe it's not now, but especially given Trump's proclivity to generally avoid war, how do you see him coming into this one now?
Well, you just listen to the Israeli mantra. That is exactly the argument that they make. And then they go on to insist that their war is our war, that our interests and theirs are identical. It's a dangerous path because most of his comments are taken, if you take them out of context, they don't make much sense. And context is something that everybody ignores.
Huh?
I just don't like the old guy right there. I don't like his face. I don't like that jacket, that little pin he's got on his. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know, dude. I just don't like that guy. Who is that guy? So I can avoid him in the future.
Nah, bro, this is like one of my favorite people. So please give him a second chance. This is a Colonel Douglas McGregor. He's a tank war hero from Iraq, the first one or whatever. He blew up a bunch of tanks, real hero.
That checks out. He looks real creepy, like he might blow up some fucking tanks.
I think he's going blind in one of his eyes, honestly. He's getting old and kind of fat. So he's not like the prettiest guy to look at this point, but he's like the smartest guy to listen to, really. He worked for Trump for a minute. Back in the day when he was the president. Yeah, Colonel Douglas McGregor. The dude's up there. He speaks what I think is the truth. He's been talking about the Ukraine war since it first started. This is a disaster. You need to stop. Russia's going to win no matter what you do. There's nothing you can do to change it.
No. You know what happened the last time Russia was in a war like this? They just funneled troops over there until they won. They just marched people over there until they took the terrain. This is like a grain of rice fighting a bulldog. This is like insane.
It's insane, but some people will sit here and think that Ukraine is winning. Like the propaganda is ludicrous, and in the end, it's just like dudes getting blown to bits. It's gross. It's
No, it is a direct proxy war that's been placed there specifically to use up old munitions so we can have new munitions. I firmly believe that's what's been going on, and that's what the big money deal that's been going on behind the scenes has been.
Why would we need to start or allow war to make new ammunition? Why can't we just do it?
You want this one, Barney?
No, please.
All right. So when the federal government buys implementations of war, it buys it in massive amounts, right? So every so often you have to go through and kind of clear the shelves out of the old stuff that might not work and replace it with new stuff that absolutely does work. In the process, the American government loses tons and tons and tons and tons of money because these things can't be sold to the public because they no longer function as described, right? So what ends up happening is at some point in time, these things are reallocated to foreign use or whatever, and it ends up over in freaking Kazakhstan or some crap. Somebody buys it. The Lord of War has recently been released, and he was one of the people that used to middleman all that trash out. That's why he's called the Lord of War. But these proxy wars use up the overburden of munitions that we have sitting around on shelves that are going bad daily, and we ship them over there so they can be used before they go bad, and we restock with new stuff. Keeps our military above the competitors, even with an active proxy war going on. Am I wrong, Barney? You want to run it your version by?
My version is, get rid of the old stuff. And then it's like, oh, look at the military industrial complex. We need to buy the new tanks, planes, and bombs, and we need to pay you. And everyone in DC is going to get rich. And it's going to be at the price of these Ukrainians and Russians getting blown to bits, which neither of them is my enemy or friend. So it's nuts. It's nuts.
So that's I'm struggling with that logic just a little bit, because you seem to imply that the only way that we can switch out armory or upgrade our weaponry.
No, I didn't say only. Most efficient way. We can sell it to people who are going to use it and not have to take the complete loss on the total load. Because what else do we do with it?
But that seems like that would be an accepted flaw in the system. Like, I'm gonna need weapons as a country. I'm gonna stock myself. I know they're gonna eventually whatever. I'll just restock them. I don't need to have a war going on somewhere else for me to get rid of it.
But it would be really convenient if you did, wouldn't it?
Okay. That's true. But you could always sell it then, right? You can always sell it. You don't need to have some.
I'm sure there might be some international treaties that would disagree on this point. You could provide it as aid to an ally when you can't just sell it on the open market.
Exactly. So my thing is, I guess what my issue is, you're making it seem like there has to be a war. We need to force a war so we can sell this.
There is no need to force the war. We usually just pick one that's currently active and join in.
Or, well, I think we start them too. Honestly, that's a deeper level.
That's another discussion. We agree that there's pretty much been war, some level of police action for the U.S. since Korea. Right?
Well, the thing is, like, now that I'm old and I see this, I need to like question everything in history, Sasquatch. Like, like what I think everything was like just above board back in World War I, or the War of 1812, or the Spanish-American War. Like, bro, it's probably been like this since caves.
Are you
since they came out of caves with sticks and rocks.
You ever heard of the Tuskegee experiment?
I'm very familiar. Yes.
Okay, so if that's the same government that did that,
yeah, exactly.
Question everything, bro.
The Tuskegee.
I mean, Calvin, would it make you more comfortable if we talked about George Bush and Dick Cheney and the Iraq War and all that? Because that war was started for Dick Cheney and Halliburton to get rich, bro. Right? And we also needed to do what our leader does, what our leader wants. We have to do his bidding. And when I say our leader, I mean this guy, right? Like, that's the reason, bro. It's so sick to think that people start wars to get rich, and it's so disgusting and vile, but it's true. And it's so gross. It's so gross. Does that?
I don't approve of it either. And I'm not real sure I would approve of providing more material for countries that are independently at war with no U.S. involvement in it. That strikes me as a bit odd, and it seems a bit warlike. So you saying that it should be calculated in as an acceptable loss, we still have to dispose of those munitions. They can't be just, buried. That's not how we do things anymore. And so that's an enormous funding issue. Now, I'm pretty sure the money that they're making through the freaking cartels would probably cover it, but we're not talking about that stuff.
Isn't our budget budget for that already big? Because you're
Big?
It's never enough. It's never enough.
Never enough.
If it was 10, $100 gazillion, they'd still ask for another gazillion.
But you're making it seem like this is such an expensive task to.
It is. It really is.
I would.
There's so many EPA issues when it's so much easier just to back some random proxy war and ship it over there as aid, and all you got to do is pay shipping, and hell, they owe us money after we're done. It's genius, really.
Okay. But so that's if a war is going on, right? We can get rid of the weaponry in that regards.
Name one time period in Earth's history when there wasn't an active war taking place.
Okay, so then if there's always a war going on, right? And we're not the cause, right?
Not necessarily, but sometimes
we are.
Okay, but you just implied there's always a war going on. So if we notice
in the globe, there is, of course. What?
Yeah, so if there's always a war going on, then there should be no concern that we should be able to get rid of weaponry if we're going to sell to the, I guess, a
There are
friendly.
international treaties preventing us from selling weapons or ammunition on the open market. We covered that in the first part of this discussion. Since that's not a viable option, that means you have to sell them either to the citizens or to some businesses, which is essentially the same thing.
Okay.
And that's not necessarily legal either because of the dud rate that's involved with it. We're talking about munitions, dude. This stuff can't go wrong.
Or we could just destroy them. We can just destroy them internally.
And how do we do this?
What are you trying to say?
That's really dirty.
To say? Like, what are you getting at, Calvin?
He's making it seem like the only alternative to do away with these disposable weaponry or whatever is to sell them.
No,
off.
I'm saying the best way, the most logistically sound method of disposing of questionable munitions is to donate them to an ally and use that as leverage to do future trade deals with them for whatever reason.
But if we never had an ally or need to whatever.
Oh my God. Hypotheticals, bro. Come on.
But I'm just saying we should be able to understand that these armory are going to go bad, and we're going to have to either dispose of them internally. That should factor in anything.
Okay, I'm sure it does, and they ship this stuff to every ally we have in the world,
but
everywhere.
Yeah, but let's forget about them. Let's forget about that.
We're going to forget about all the allies, but we got this one ally, but we don't have any allies in the world, bro. I'm getting a headache. I'm not nearly high enough for this. I'll be back in a second. You go ahead.
All right, I'll take it from here. What's the question, Calvin?
No, my concern, the logic that you're peddling. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Calvin.
Yeah, I'm just saying. My thing is, if we are creating weaponry, right? then we should understand that we would need to ultimately dispose of, because we cannot rely on war to be going on or be able to sell it anyway. We should be able to dispose of these bad weaponry and upgrade at the same time. That's what I would expect from our government.
Okay. All right, but whatever. I mean, we're giving it all to the Ukraine, and now we need to build new ones. So what do you want me to say?
Well, yeah, I guess it's beneficial at this point in time for us to do so.
Yeah, just like we've always been doing. War or not, right?
But
we're giving it to Ukraine, right? What happened? What happened before Ukraine? You know, we're selling planes to Saudi Arabia. We're selling stuff to Israel. Where do you think these bombs come from? Oh, they come from America. Oh, that's right. Right? You know, are we even selling this stuff? Like Ukraine doesn't even have any money. They're just selling their like mineral rights and property. We're going to blow up Ukraine. And then it's like, oh my God, look, Ukraine's blown up. How will we ever, what can we do? Oh, I know. Let's rebuild Ukraine. And meanwhile, we got like Baltimore looks like it looks like a third world asshole country, you know? And it's just so bizarre. It's so bizarre that that's the way it works.
Well, if you're going to destroy it, their philosophy has always been, if you're going to destroy it, go in and rebuild it. Just don't let it stay destroyed.
Well, it wasn't. Listen, the problem is after World War II, we rebuilt Germany with the Marshall Plan, and we've rebuilt Japan, and it's like it really worked out well for America. But the level of destruction in World War II was like insane compared to now. Like back then, we would just nuke cities, right? Like now we have missiles. We're like, oh no, don't shoot to school. In World War II, we're like, let's drop a nuke on a city, and we're like, great. And anything that wasn't nuked, we just dropped bombs on everything there was, right? We just killed every single person to the point where they had nothing. But we don't, we're trying to become more evolved. We're trying to become less savage-like. We don't want to drop nukes on cities anymore. Some people do, but I certainly don't. And the thing is,
hey, bro,
we still have this World War II mindset. What's up?
Can you drop the StreamYard link backstage so I can copy it? It doesn't copy out of chat. It turns into like a weird redirect.
Yeah, that's the problem I was having earlier.
Sorry about that.
That's why I had to go to my backup account.
Have you met Kane's Catharsis yet?
Yeah, I met him. Yeah, bring him in. He's cool.
He's a good dude.
Yes, I don't know. I mean, are you familiar with Eisenhower? Beware the military-industrial complex of undue influence.
Yes, sir.
Calvin?
Yeah.
Calvin?
No.
All right. Well, let's just watch this Douglas and Gary thing. Okay, let's watch Close Your Eyes. What's up?
So, our defense budget is only 13%. Oh, did my audio go out?
I hear you. Like, bro, you're a Cold War warrior, Chuck, and that's where
Do you know how much that translates to? The 13%.
Yeah, it translates to hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people getting blown up. At the end of the day, Ukraine's still going to lose, and it was all for waste. And these men are being forced.
And that's why Russia's bringing in. That's why Russia's bringing in North Korean soldiers, because they're doing so well.
Chuck.
Well, as I understand
Russia's going to win, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
as I understand it, Russia still considers this a police action and hasn't actually declared war.
Well, listen. It's special military operation.
It's a special. That's right. I'm sorry. Special military operation. He has not declared war. When he declares war, all the old 1945 tank factories just start chugging back into existence, bro. They start throwing out Tiger tanks like it was yesterday.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's what, Calvin?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want
to. Let's just finish up with this. Close your eyes, Sasquatch. You don't like the way he looks.
Ignores it wants to go to war with Iran, and that's what this is all about. And if you want to benefit from what I would call Israeli largesse, which is really Jewish capital in the diaspora, then you have to sign on for the war with Iran. And that's what he's done. That's what he's about. It's unfortunate because it's very simplistic. You know, I remember people that were cheering that we had killed Soleimani in Iraq.
He just goes off on that. He's not saying, it's not the clip I
So
thought it was. But
yeah.
So yeah, that pick. Did you hear this guy talking, Chuck? This is the new defense secretary. Listen to this. This maniac.
I know him.
Listen to this maniac.
I know
But
of
here's something
him.
that he said regarding the Middle East from 4 years ago.
Here we go.
Sometimes you have moments, Steve, and I happen to believe that we can't kick the can down the road any longer in trying to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear bomb. They used the killing of Soleimani as an excuse to say, we're scrapping the Iran deal. We all know they were scrapping it anyway. So what better time than now to say, we're starting the clock. You've got a week. You've got X amount of time before we start taking out your energy production facilities. We take out key infrastructure. We take out your missile sites. We take out nuclear development.
That is not a popular idea.
Capabilities. Or you know what?
This dude is such a maniac. Even Fox and Friends is like, bro, calm down. When he says take out, he means drop bombs on. I mean, this is insane, right? Chuck, what do you think of this?
You got to remember, it's not his say so to do that.
But
it takes more than one person to do this, to approve this.
But this is the defense secretary, and he's going to be in Trump's ear. And let's face it, man, Trump really doesn't know that much about this area of the world. He doesn't.
Technically speaking, Trump can put 75,000 troops on the ground anywhere he chooses in 24 hours. That being said, that is enough to declare war on any particular front you would like to. But he can't just declare war. He needs a literal act of freaking Congress to make that happen. He might have it currently if he were to try to pitch it, but I don't think so. I just don't believe there's that many crazy people in the world. I don't think he wants a war.
What his comments were, I think towards the end, they said that the comments were from 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I think wasn't he talking about when he was talking about, he was referencing Trump's presidency at that point in time.
This guy works for Fox News. He just got hired by Trump. Here he is as a defense secretary.
He's got to make it through confirmation first.
Does he? Is that how this works? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
The Senate has to approve these. Yeah.
They're going to bring him in for hearings and go over his background publicly and discuss whether or not he'd make a good defense secretary. And if Congress votes him down, he doesn't get it. You remember the ATF guy they brought in who took pictures of himself standing on what was it, Chuck? What was that dude's name? Anyway, the ATF guy that Biden tried to put in that didn't make it because his confirmation hearings did not go well.
Oh, so there's a chance I hope he won't make it because he's a freaking maniac. He wants to blow up churches, blow up nuclear, this and that.
But that was 4 years ago.
Well, the Trump that wants to have sex, in 10 years, what's the difference? Have the same standard, bro. Do you like this guy?
No. I'm just saying that his views could definitely have changed since then.
They haven't changed, bro. We just listened to him. We listened to him today, 2 days ago. We listened to him now. He wants to quote unquote take out buildings in Iran. Wow. It's insane, bro. Let's listen.
Sometimes you have moments, Steve, and I happen to believe.
Oh, let me do it normal speed so he doesn't sound as. Listen to this guy. He's unhinged.
That we can't kick the can down the road any longer in trying to prevent Iran from getting a nuclear bomb. They used the killing of Soleimani as an excuse to say, we're scrapping the Iran deal. We all know they were scrapping it anyway. So what better time than now to say, we're starting the clock. You've got a week. You've got X amount of time before we start taking out your energy production facilities. We take out key infrastructure. We take out your missile sites. We take out nuclear development.
Bro, this is crazy. Do you like this guy, Calvin?
Well, I could say this. I see that he is at least experienced, so I have a little bit more confidence in his pick that this guy isn't he has some knowledge or whatever. But
that was a very unfortunate picture.
What? He looks pretty good. You don't think he looks good?
I mean, he looks angry. He looks very, very angry. He looks like he's going to come goose step all over my lawn. I like my lawn.
Hey, 1990 Superman.
Oh, here's the Aztec. Yeah, I mean, no homo. He's pretty, dude. Like the chicks are going wild for this guy.
Unit. There's no debating that, but
they're going wild for this guy.
But
He's a maniac. He's a maniac. So, hey, this is interesting. Trump did something that Calvin likes, and he admits it openly. That's amazing, Calvin. It's amazing. Is it? Do you really like Trump's pick, or do you just like disagreeing with me? Like, what do you like more, disagreeing with me or Trump? Tell the truth.
The way they were advertising it, if you look at it, because I watched both sides, but the way the left was advertising that he was just some talk show host from Fox and he did some military or whatever, but to see him express some in-depth knowledge about what's going on, right or wrong, and whatever,
I like that.
I can appreciate that.
I don't see this as in-depth knowledge. I see this as a guy whose strings are being pulled, whose his whole ideology is being shaped by this guy, right? That's what I see. There's some clip where he's some weird Christian religion where he wants the end of the world to come. Does anyone know about this? Then they think that like if you're in Israel, you'll go to heaven.
Dude, there's a bunch of them down here in the South. They're all over the place like popcorn kernels, bro.
He wants. Let's see if I can find this. Pete Hegseth. Go ahead.
We've got farmers here in America who are trying to breed a perfectly red calf so that they can go ahead and kickstart this whole party.
Very bizarre. Very bizarre. Let's look at his Wikipedia. I know I'm not supposed to, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's see if we can find his religion. I mean, he's pretty handsome. No homo. Good looking guy. Full head of hair. Let's see here. Early life education, military, conservative activism, Senate, punditry, no. Fox News, controversies, war crimes, no. Extremism. He wants to kill all of these Iranians. Like, bro, like, really? Let's see. He's got his first wife, second wife, 3 kids. I don't see his religion. He's got a bunch of... Yeah, he's a war hero. He's a war hero.
Well, if he's divorced, then he's very unlikely to be some kind of weird extremist. No fundamentalism there because he accepted a divorce.
No, bro. It's something weird, man. God, I can't find it. There's a clip and I listened to it today. It was from these guys. Let's go to AP News. Is AP News good? What do you think about that, Calvin?
Some of their stuff's great. When elections happens, it is essentially the Associated Press that calls the popular vote. It's not really official until it goes out on the wire.
Here we go. Let's go to this. Let's see some of his policies here. Let's see here. He wants a clean house at the Pentagon. That's fine. What else does he say? He likes dropping nuclear bombs on Japan. Okay. I can't find it. I'm so sorry. We question the role of women in combat. I mean, hey, that's fine. And it doesn't say. No, I guess I can't find it. Anyways, well, I'm glad that Calvin is happy with the pick. I think he's a maniac. Is called great concern, but only time will tell. Go ahead, Calvin.
I didn't say I was happy. I'm more confident. Well, I'm more at ease that he is the least knowledgeable.
But is he knowledgeable? Just because he's an infantryman, does that make him knowledgeable?
You know what pleases me about it?
What's that?
He's less than 1,000 years old.
It's a good point. Good point. Yeah, that's a refreshing change. Someone was throwing out Pete Hegseth.
What about Matt Gaetz?
Well, apparently, someone wants to see a clip of him throwing an axe. I don't see it.
Or went over.
Matt Gaetz. I mean, remember when they tried to brand that dude as a PDF file? Like, do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I,
And then it disappeared. Was there any basis to that? Was that a hit piece because he was standing up against the deep state? I mean, what do you think there?
so, based on what or some of the news feed that I saw, the people on his side, the Republicans, whatever, they even I heard like one of them or a couple of them talking about him bragging about all the girls that he bangs down in Florida, whatever. It's just something that he comes in and regularly talks about. So they felt no sorrow for him in this position that he found himself in because he would regularly come up, to Congress and brag about certain stuff that he was doing as a politician. So I do believe all the politicians would take advantage of, I wouldn't say all of them, a lot of them take advantage of their clout and do whatever.
I mean, what's the point of becoming a rock star if you can't have groupies? What's the is that bad?
I wouldn't necessarily.
You wouldn't what?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's bad. That's part of that's part of he's a single person, so he's free to. He's single. Let him do what he wants.
Oh, is he single?
I think he's single. Man's not.
No, I don't like that at all. I don't like
It sounds
politicians.
like you're hopeful. Do you hope he's single?
I could care less about him because
Okay, just checking.
The truth is, I don't like politicians who are single. I want my politicians to be married. I want them to be 55. I want them to be married for at least 15 years. And I want them to have 2.5 kids, right? I want stability. I don't want, as Calvin, you're going to like this. I don't like that Trump was out here having relations with Stormy Daniels when his wife was pregnant. That's gross. I don't like that he has his third marriage. I don't like that, right? I want stability in my candidates, right? It doesn't bring me joy that candidates are out here. Is he married? Here he is. Born, not married. A spouse. Oh, he got married in 2021. So he is married. So good.
Really?
Ginger Lucky? Sounds like a stripper name. Apparently that's her
Who
name.
are you talking about?
Matt Gaetz. But no, I don't want politicians to be single. I want them to be married. I want them to be stable. I don't want them to be susceptible to compromise sexually or otherwise. And it shows that people that are married can work together as a team, and they understand push, pull, and compromise. So I don't know. Am I crazy for saying that?
I like my politicians boring. And
did he pick Gates for something?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that one.
Attorney General.
Are you shitting me?
Not even a little bit, bro. This is like, the dream team. This is some really weird mess going on in front of us here today.
I thought he was going to pick that one dude that used to be in Congress,
I have a theory.
John Ratcliffe.
I have a theory.
Holy shit.
This just hit me midlife. This is all a setup to put Tulsi Gabbard at the head of the freaking running for the next election. They're going to use Tulsi Gabbard to follow up Kamala Harris to compete against who the hell ever.
He picked her to run the
intelligence
national, the intelligence committee, or
right. She's going to be president. Mark my words, that woman's going to be president.
No, Vivek is next in line. Y'all watch this.
No, Vivek won't make it.
Yeah.
Vivek will be vice president.
All right, hold on. There's a lot of things here. I hope you don't feel any less of me, but what the hell does the Attorney General do? I really am that stupid.
That's Bill Barr.
Oh, he's in charge of the FBI, for one thing.
DOJ.
He's in charge. Department of Justice. Yep.
All of that.
So he's going to find out all these people putting fake charges on him and stuff?
Basically. Yeah,
I think Gates is perfect for that job. It's as far as how do you feel about Tulsi, Chuck?
I like her to a point.
I mean, she's a veteran. She's active duty or something, reserve or something. She's anti-war. She's
that kind of bothers me. To be a
quote unquote combat veteran, but yet so anti-war. Just doesn't bode well.
I think it's I disagree with you, but hey, what can I say? All right. And so who are we talking about next? We got Gates. We got this maniac for defense. Tulsi Gabbard.
Vivek and Elon.
Yeah, but they're really not in any position of power.
So did Trump, Mr. Small Government, start a new government branch just for Vivek? Is that what happened? I mean, Do you want to talk about that, Calvin?
Apparently he did.
Let's see.
I always knew Vivek is going
Elon Musk can't run for president. He's not an American.
He's South African. Yeah,
he's African American.
Even with a citizenship, he's not a what do they call
natural? Naturalized.
A natural citizen. He can naturalize, but that still won't let him run for president. You have to be born here. It's in the freaking papers. Like, you don't get to bypass that one.
Yeah,
unless you're Obama.
Yeah, of course he was born in Kenya. Everyone knows that.
Well, Bill Clinton changed his name too.
Another thing I don't care about.
Oh, okay.
This sounds like a good joke. Did he change it before or after Trump grabbed his penis? Go ahead. What's his new name?
That would be before, probably.
Oh, what's his name?
William Jefferson Blythe the Fourth was his original name, I think.
Oh, you're not joking. Oh, he had a stepdad, didn't he? He had a stepdad,
I'm dead serious.
Dude, Chuck's got a memory like a steel trap with a bunch of rust on it. You can't get it open for nothing, but once you do, stuff comes out of it.
Yep, I'll agree with that, Sasquatch.
It's a stepdad, right?
No, I don't know about that part.
I think he has a stepdad. I think his stepdad, Clinton, was born William Jefferson Blythe III, 1946, in Arkansas. He is the son of William Jefferson Blythe, of course, traveling salesman who died in an automobile accident 3 months before his birth.
Wait a minute. How can the third be the son of the fourth?
No, the father was the second, obviously. Bill Clinton.
Okay.
Was the third. He's, he got, that's his stepfather's name.
Clinton is?
Let's see here.
I thought he just
in a drainage ditch. His parents had married, but his union later proved. Blythe had initially survived the crash, but drowned in a drainage ditch. This is horrible. His parents married in 1943, but the union later proved to be bigamous, as Blythe was still married to his fourth wife, Virginia.
Oh, shit.
To New Orleans to study nursing soon after Bill was born, leaving him in Hope, which is a place, with her parents. Oh my God, he was raised by the grandparents who owned and ran a small grocery store. I did read this in the past. At a time when the southern United States was segregated, Clinton's grandparents sold goods on credit. Bill's mother returned from nursing school and married Roger Clinton Sr., who co-owned an automobile dealership. Bro. There it is, man. Anyone out there is a stepfather. You never know. You could raise a freaking president.
A
bunch of useless information I keep in my trap, though.
Maybe you should try out for Jeopardy, bro. Maybe it's time. But let's get to this. Let's listen to what
Trump transition news at this hour. President-elect Trump tapping Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to lead a, quote, Department of Government Efficiency. He's also confirmed just moments ago what we would have been reporting, that he will name South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem to be Secretary of Homeland Security.
All right, so the woman that likes to kill dogs is going to be the Homeland Security. They have to question her too. They're going to ask her, why did you shoot your dog in the face?
But does she kill roaches?
Bro, she shot her dog in the face and bragged about it. Like, it's one thing if you live in a country and your dog needs to be put down and you just whatever.
Well, why did she shoot the dog?
She said that dog don't hunt, and she killed him. Bro, it's gross.
Oh, that happens all the time down here.
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. You mean to tell me an actual hunting dog that she decided was useless was exterminated, and you have an issue with that?
It happens all the time.
I have an issue with it.
Okay, I'm just checking. It's fine if you do. I know people who do, and it's not a pretty part of breeding, but this is a part of breeding. It's not acceptable in public circles, but it's the kind of thing that happens when
Yes, sir.
dealing with large numbers of dog breedings.
Yes, sir.
It's not palatable.
Chuck, listen, I don't know if you participate in this, but just to keep
No, I do not. I do not.
Your good standing in the panelverse, probably,
No, I do not condone it. I'm against it on a personal. I am against that.
Okay.
Because that could make a fine pet for somebody else.
Yeah.
That is true.
The other thing
I would never do that. I only shot one dog in my life. It was because he was suffering from parvo. And that was parvo.
Parvo.
Yeah.
It's like a sleeping sickness. They'll just lay down and not get back up. You'll wait for them to wake up. They'll be dead.
Well, they shit all over themselves. They puke. And this goes on for weeks.
It can.
And there's nothing you can do for them.
Sure. I mean, if you got to put a dog down, you got to put a dog down. Why not? Just shoot him. But
I had to close my eyes when I did it, though. I'm a chicken shit.
It's like old Yeller. But,
yep. Donald Yeller. Yeller.
This woman, listen, I don't like these women with all this plastic surgery, right? Because
you got to remember, a lot of these people got to get confirmed. They're not automatically going to get in the job.
That's true. They've all got to go through the hearings. So
let's listen.
TV interview about fatally shooting her dog because she says the animal was untrainable. Many say the revelation torpedoed her chances of being Donald Trump's running mate, but No is calling the controversy fake news.
Kristi Noem is hitting back at the firestorm raging over her.
Like, I just don't like her look, right? It's like, is this Instagram or politics? I don't want a woman. It's like, hey, we have an emergency. She's like, I just had liposuction and Botox. Sorry, I can't show up. Like, no. Just based off of that alone, just based off of plastic surgery, I say no, right? And she's like 50-something. It's like, just calm down. Calm down. Get off of Instagram. Let's look at her pass. No, stop. Let's look at her.
Storm raging over her shooting her dog to death.
She attacked me, and it was a hard decision.
The South Dakota governor tells Sean Hannity she had to put her dog Cricket down.
Oh, I didn't know the dog attacked her. Hold on. This is the first
time. That changes the story.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Over her shooting her dog to death.
She attacked me, and it was a hard decision.
The South Dakota governor tells Sean Hannity she had to put her dog Cricket down after the.
I think she's lying. I think that's not her first story. I think she changed it. Hey, you shouldn't talk about shooting your dog. There she is. Is
she a lesbian? Oh,
no, that's her. Lainey Wilson played a fantastic. It's a famous country person, I guess.
Yeah, Lainey Wilson was on Yellowstone. The series
music. Oh,
it's a television series with Kevin Costner. Wasn't that his name? I think.
I saw the advertisement for that actually. It says Lainey Wilson played a fantastic concert at Sioux Falls last night, and I got to meet her. She's sweet as can be, and her concert was just amazing. So this is actually fine. She wants to dress like a cowgirl. Shockingly, she's just too glamorous, right? This is a distraction, right? She's got filler. She's got Botox. She's got all these weird injections. It's like, no.
But does she got a brain?
No. No. No, if she's going to sit here and talk about killing her dog, and that's not her first story, man. That is not her first story. All right, let's listen to it.
And I'm doing that because I want the campaign to focus on getting out the vote with other people. Listen, when you vote early, the campaign
No, she's got hoop earrings, hair extensions, tons of makeup.
Have you ever talked to Uncle Fatty?
Yes.
He's from what, North Dakota? Do I need to say anything else?
I mean, this girl is probably like a supermodel in North Dakota. This is like the finest thing around. That's how she got elected. From her looks. I don't like attractive people, especially females, in positions of power because I don't trust them.
That's how Bill Clinton got elected.
Bill Clinton is smart.
That's how Barack Obama got elected.
Barack Obama is sophisticated. What?
Sex sells, bro.
Yep.
Bill Clinton and Obama are not comparable to this Kristi Noem. Kristi Noem looks like a look at her. Look at this makeup.
I'm fixing to drop my show. I'm going to drop. I've got the channel linked in the top over there. Anybody that wants to join, continue watching, should pop over here. I'll be here for about another 20 minutes. Much love. Appreciate y'all coming by, and don't let the man get you down.
Squash.
Well, yeah.